Hello everyone and welcome back to Rags to Riches. I think we got a good episode lined up for today because I think we are going to be buying some new land as well as finally getting the bakery and getting that up and running as well. So we're going to get right into it here. We'll just feed the dog. But I think the first thing we are going to do is to get that bakery. Been wanting to get that set up for quite a while here. Been kind of delaying it because we ran out of flour. Or we ran out of grain to make flour in our grain mill there, but we have a little bit left over from the end of our production there, and we're going to be getting some more fairly soon, so I think we might as well get it fired up right now. We do have the money to do it. If you are keeping track, you'll notice that I do have a little bit more money in the bank than when we ended the last episode, and that's just because I went in and edited the XML to add in that little bit of extra cash that seemed to just kind of go missing when I was doing that silage sale in the last episode there. Not quite sure what happened still. But yeah, looking at the edit there, it just seemed to not count some of the bales for whatever reason. So yeah, by my calculations, it was about $36,000 short. But it just seemed to be some kind of glitch or something where it just wasn't quite registering all the bales. So yeah, the bakery is only $150,000, so we can afford it fairly easily. So we'll just go into the factories here. And there are two options. So we have two different bakeries here, but as far as I can tell, they're exactly the same in terms of like storage capacity and production capacity. It's just kind of two different designs, a little bit different size and a little bit different layout for like the loading zones and stuff. But this one is a little bit smaller footprint, and the way the loading zones are positioned, I think are going to work a little bit better for this spot here. So I think we're going to go with this one. And I think I'm just going to put it somewhere down in this corner of this lot here. As I kind of mentioned before, when we put these dairies in, I do want to kind of put a road right up the middle of this lot to connect into this back road and this road here. And then we'll be able to kind of drive right down the middle and load everything up. And we'll keep our productions kind of along the outsides here. So I think I'm just going to kind of line this up to be kind of parallel with the road. And we'll move it back a little bit. I don't want to be right up against this fence because I do kind of maybe want to leave a small road through that side as well. But if we put it somewhere kind of right about there, I think that's probably going to be fine. Let's hop down to ground level and take a quick look at that. Yeah, I think that should be fine. We'll smooth out the ground here a little bit as well still. But yeah, that should be good because this is our kind of input loading zone, which we won't really have to worry about other than the first time. But I'll explain that a little bit more in a second here. But yeah, this is going to be the output zone where we will be loading our stuff from. So this corner is a little bit strange here, but there's not a whole lot I can do. This land is pretty sloped. Yeah, there is quite a bit of grade through this lot here. So it's always going to be a little bit uneven. I do want to come through again still and flatten this out a little bit or lower this section down just to make it a little bit easier with the skid steer or whatever we're loading with. It's a lot easier if you have flat ground, but there's only so much I can do because you can't lower it really on this side because of this fence here. So yeah, I think that's going to be fine. We'll smooth it out as best we can, and that should be fine. So we'll just hop into the build menu again, and yeah, we'll use this soften tool, and hopefully we can pull this stuff off the road here. We might have to lower it slightly too, just because we don't want to be encroaching on the road. And then mostly I'm going to try to smooth out this side. That's probably not too bad there. We'll kind of wait until we actually load some products from here and kind of see how it is, and that should kind of help us figure out what we want to do in terms of landscaping. So that's probably pretty good for the smoothing for now. But yeah, I think I am going to come through here. I don't know how much I'm going to do because I think landscaping can kind of chew through your money pretty quickly, but I'm going to use the like the lower, or what do they call it? Yeah, I guess it's just lower. The lower and raise tool, and we'll try to lower some of this land here. Oh, is that a stump? Oh yeah, we do have a little bit of a stump left over there. I'm going to have to come through with the mulcher again and try and take that out. But yeah, there's only so much I can do here, but I do want to take out the crown of this land a little bit. But yeah, I already spent well over 10 grand on landscaping there, so I won't do too much more here. I'm just going to try to come back with the soften tool and smooth it out again. So yeah, that's probably good for now for that. I am going to throw some gravel down as well. So I don't know if I'm going to gravel this whole lot or not yet, but we'll kind of gravel through there. And yeah, I do want to kind of make a road right down the middle of this lot, so we'll throw in a little bit more gravel over here as well. Something like that should be fine for now. And yeah, we can always come back and touch that up again later. So yeah, that looks a little bit better in terms of the terrain here. It's still a little bit lumpy. Could come through with the smoothing tool a little bit more, and it's still a little bit higher than I like, but yeah, let's jump back down to ground level. And yeah, we definitely took a couple feet down, so yeah, it's a little bit smoother transition through here now. You can still see there's still quite a bit of slope there, but it's definitely better than it was. So yeah, now we have ourselves a bakery. So I guess we will head over. And I am going to jump into our truck with the flatbed, wherever that is. Yeah, definitely starting to get quite a few vehicles here. But we'll just get this one fired up. And I will bring it over here. And yeah, as you can see, we do have a few flower pallets ready to go here. So I'll just jump in the skid steer here and we'll head over there, get those loaded up. And this should be the only time we're going to have to do this because after that we're just going to set the grain mill to distributing, and then it should automatically put those flour pallets into our bakery, and then we'll just have to collect our bread from the bakery when that's all done. So I'll just get this stuff loaded up here quickly, and then we can make a trip over to the bakery, drop it off. Okay, we got that loaded up and just pulling into our loading zone here. And yeah, this might be slightly difficult to get into here. Let's pop these belts off. I think we can get it all. Oh, hit the fence. We get a little bit closer here. What am I? Oh, did I hit the billboard? A little bit more. Okay, there we go. I probably could have left a little bit more room on this side, but yeah, as I said, it shouldn't really matter because this should be the only time we really have to do this. Because we will just get it set to distributing after, and yeah, we won't have to manually move the stuff over. So I guess we will come over here. Where's our trigger? But yeah, as you can see, we have 7,000 liters of flour in there, although it's got a pretty massive capacity of 110,000 liters, so we're nowhere close to being able to fill it up right now. But the only thing we can make right now is bread, so I guess we will just activate that one. We'll start making bread with this flour here, and I'm not quite sure how much is it going to use here. Okay, so that's 120 cycles per month, and it's going to use 90 flour each time, so that's 10,800 flour per month. So we don't even have enough to keep it running for 1 month right now, but that's okay. We should have more in 2 months here. Because we'll be harvesting up our barley in June, and then we'll have a lot more grain to go into the grain mill. But then hopefully we'll have quite a bit of grain to keep it going, because we do have oats in the ground right now that we'll be able to harvest the month after that. And then we also have sorghum, which we can harvest the month after that. And I think that's it for stuff we can make flour out of. But yeah, we should have quite a bit of grain coming in over the next few months here. I still don't know if we're gonna have enough to keep this bakery running at like full capacity year round, but we should be pretty close. We should be able to make quite a bit of bread out of this flour here. So I guess we will just leave that running there for now, and I'll go take this truck back. We'll drop it off at the yard, and then I think I'm gonna jump into one of the Vultras there and bring some more milk over to these two dairies, because I think they're getting a little bit low. Okay, truck is put away. I guess we'll jump into the blue Vultra because it's sitting right here, and we will just run over and hook onto our a little trailer over here. And we'll fill it up with milk. I don't think we have a ton of milk in the barn here, but we should have enough to top up both of those dairies, at least enough to get us till next month. But 2,500 liters isn't too bad, so I guess we'll try to put about half and half, so about 1,250 in each one of these dairies. And that should be lots to get us to next month. So we'll just start this dumping, and then right about there, that's pretty good. Not too shabby, wasn't quite perfect at 1,250, but I'll call that close enough. And then we will just dump off the rest in this one. Perfect. Okay, those dairies should be good to go for a while now. And then I think I'm just going to run this over here, and I'm going to grab our goat milk and drop that into the dairy, this dairy right here. Because I think that one is getting almost, or it's about to run out of buffalo milk, and then we will get it processing goat milk for us. So we can start loading it up here. I might not, I probably won't turn the production on until all of the buffalo milk is gone, because the dairies are a divided production. So if you have more than one thing going, it will kind of slow down each of them. But there's nothing stopping us from starting to load it up with milk here. We can kind of get it preloaded, and then as soon as the buffalo milk runs out, we can start it processing that goat milk and bottling it up for us. But yeah, we can park that there. We'll check on these goats. So they still have lots of food, and they still have a little bit of meadow left, and then a little bit of extra food there still as well. So yeah, we are almost good to go here for this month, I believe. I don't think there's a whole lot else we need to do. We don't really have enough money to buy any of the other things I want to buy at the moment. So I think we are going to do another product sale next month to get some more money in the bank. How are these guys doing? Okay, they're out of food still, but yeah, they still have a little bit of meadow, so we'll leave them for now. They should be good. And if we go over here, our barn is full. We still have a little bit of, or actually quite a bit of TMR in the wagon there as well. So yeah, I think that's good. We still have bales out in that field, like grass bales or silage bales, I guess, that we still have to collect, but those can stay there for now. We have to fertilize that grass field as well, but we also have some other fields that we need to fertilize, but they won't be able to be fertilized until next month, so we might as well just wait and do all of those together, I think. So yeah, I think for this month we're good to go, so we'll just have a sleep here, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay, welcome to May, everybody. Looks like we got a nice morning out there. And I am stuck on the ceiling fan here. That's that fan's maybe a little bit low. So let's go out here, and we'll feed the dog here again. And I want to check on that special offer, see if that was anything good. I didn't recognize what that was. So all this stuff was up before. I don't think we can really make use of any of that. But yeah, this was just a cut sugar beets to feed them to your biogas plant. So yeah, we definitely don't have any use of that at the moment. But what are we going to do here? So I think first thing we'll run over and check on our buffalo here, because that barn is probably getting pretty low. So we'll get that wagon dumping again. Ooh, man, they almost ran out, down under 2,000. So we will get that going. Okay, well, the barn is topped up. That wagon is almost empty, but not quite. So I think it's going to be good for now. We'll just leave that there. They should be good for most of the day here anyway. So I want to check on our olive field here. Let's jump over there and visit it. So it still says it's in that first growth state. So yeah, I still think we can't fertilize it, unfortunately, because we have to wait till it gets to another growth state to be able to do that. But we won't be able to do that one this month, but what can we do? I'm pretty sure we need to do another round of fertilization on the soybean field over here. Yeah, 100% fertilized, so we're all good there. So I guess we just have to do the soybeans and our grass field. So I guess we will do that here pretty soon, but we also need to get our bales off of the grass field before we can actually fertilize it here. So Maybe I will do that first. Is our wagon over here? Where's our bale stacking wagon? Oh, it's right over there. Okay, that should work fine. So I will just use the old gold Vultra here. And we'll hook up to this guy, and I will just run around that field and get those bales off of there so that we can actually have some clear lanes to do our fertilizing. I'm kind of debating whether I want to do it with the solid fertilizer spreader or go use the new sprayer. It would be pretty quick with that new sprayer because it goes pretty fast and it's got a massive working width, but I mean, the solid spreader has got a decent working width as well. The biggest downside with the sprayer is that it's currently got it's currently got herbicide in it. So we would need to empty that out and then go make another trip down to the store to fill it with liquid fertilizer. So I think I might actually use the solid fertilizer again, just because we do still have like a whole silo of solid fertilizer that we need to use up. So I'll probably do it that way. It's not that much slower than the sprayer. Because that solid fertilizer spreader still has a pretty good working width and still goes pretty fast. So probably just be just about as easy to do it that way. And then we don't have to worry about taking the herbicide out or anything. So I'll just get these bales stacked up here and brought down to our barn. And then, I guess we'll do some fertilizing after that. Okay, well, we got all of those bales stacked up, but when dumping them off here, I accidentally dropped one onto the roof. So let's get the telehandler out here and see if we can pick this guy up. There we go, no problem. These things are pretty handy. I don't know if there's anything else that could have reached that. Maybe the John Deere with the front end loader might have been able to do it, but it would have been close, I think. But this thing makes it no problem. Didn't even need to extend the boom there. So we'll just get that parked again, and let's check on here. So we have 56 grass bales in here. Still only 6 silage bales, or well, 13 silage bales. Some of them are a smaller size, but that's a very strange number though. Not quite sure why there's 6 silage bales that are exactly 5,707 liters. That seems like an oddly specific number. The fact that we have 6 that are exactly 5707 seems very strange to me. Maybe there was something going on where the bales aren't quite as big as they're supposed to be. Maybe that's why I got ripped off last time, but I'm not sure. A couple people had mentioned that like maybe it was because the bales don't ferment when they're in the shed, but I mean, I don't think that's it, because like when you go to get them out of here, like you can only do one category at a time. So, I mean, like even the 2 different size categories, but like I only selected silage. There was nothing in here that had any grass. Like right now, you can see grass, but somebody else had said like maybe like even if it said silage, it actually was grass. But I don't know, that would be a pretty strange bug to me. And you would think like if they weren't actually silage, like I would have noticed when I was making TMR as well. Yeah, if it was still grass, like I think we would have noticed because we wouldn't have been able to make TMR properly. But yeah, I'm not really sure. But I just want to run over here quickly and check on our production. So we have a pallet of matzah from each of our dairies over there. So it's quite a bit of money there. But yeah, I wanted to check on our bakery and see how our bread is doing. Okay, we got some nice fresh bread ready to go here. A few pallets, but yeah, we are out of materials already. So yeah, we already went through all of our grain, so I guess we should probably turn this production off again so we're not getting charged that monthly cost. And then we will reactivate it once we get some more grain in here. But yeah, we'll probably go sell these guys fairly soon. Actually, let's check on the price here. Okay, so right now our best price is about 4,900, but it can get up to about 6,000 it looks like. Yeah, it's not great right now. We might sell it anyway, just because the price is going to get even worse. And I don't know that we want to be hanging on to our bread for like 8 months here. It's probably going to be pretty stale by the time we sell it there. Kind of funny that it just like comes out into the outside here. Just this nice fresh bread that's just going to sit here getting flies and bake it in the sun. But yeah, there's a few things in this game that are kind of unrealistic like that. Like with our greenhouses, this lettuce can just kind of sit out in the sun for months at a time and not go bad. So some of that stuff is kind of funny, but what can you do? But speaking of greenhouses, I think I actually kind of want to run over here and check because they might have been getting a little bit low on water. Okay, so yeah, we're down to 9,200 liters, so I should probably top those up this month as well. But let's see how this dairy is doing now. Okay, so yeah, we did run out of buffalo milk here. So we're going to have to go in here and do a couple things. So we're going to change the output mode there to selling because we don't have enough for a full pallet. So we'll just sell that automatically. I think it'll sell at the top of the next hour there. But then we can also, I wonder, like if I deactivate it, is it still going to sell? I think it will, but I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Because yeah, we don't need that production running anymore because that does cost like $200 a month to run. So definitely want to get that turned off. But then yeah, we'll go down to the bottled goat milk and we will activate that one. There is the option for goat cheese as well. But unless they change something, when I was running tests like very early on in the series, when I was first thinking about getting a dairy, the goat milk or the bottled goat milk did turn out to be the most profitable option. But we do have a little bit more milk out already that we could throw in there. Meadow's almost empty here, but we still got food, so this stuff is mostly doing pretty good. So I think I'm actually going to jump over to the AgroStar here, and we're gonna get this one fired up. And then I think we still have that like extra seed tank thing down at the store. I might go get that and get that on the front and get that filled with fertilizer too, because if I remember right, I didn't have enough. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's select our weight here. Yeah, we'll drop this weight off here. I'll run down to the store and grab that other tank because, yeah, if I remember right, this hopper did not have quite enough to fertilize that entire soybean field last time. I can't remember for sure, but I feel like it was not quite enough. So if we go get that extra storage tank on there, that should give us quite a bit. And yeah, hopefully we can do the soybean field and the grass field in one go without having a top fertilizer back up. That'd be pretty nice. Not quite sure if we're going to do it, but we'll definitely give it a try. Because yeah, this other extra tank here is actually pretty big. So yeah, that should be a nice counterweight as well, so we don't have to run a front weight. Oh, there's that creepy car stopping spying on me again. I don't know what that guy's problem is. Yeah, we'll just run back to the our hopper on the farm here because we do still have that fertilizer silo full of solid fertilizer. So we'll run over there and get this thing filled up. So if I remember right, it was this one, the second one there. Solid fertilizer. Yeah, we'll fill that up. Okay, so yeah, we can't, or the trigger is too small to do them both at the same time. I kind of thought that it would kind of share between them, but yeah, I guess we got to fill them up individually. So we have 4,800 liters of solid fertilizer total, so that's pretty good. That should last us for quite a while, I think. So I think I'm also just going to run over here quickly, and I'm going to repair all of this stuff, although it looks like we're actually in pretty good shape. Probably doesn't need to happen, but might as well. It's only $11. 425. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing to repair that. And this front one doesn't need to be repaired at all. But yeah, I'm glad we got the aggro star repaired at least. And then I'm just going to top it up with fuel as well. Again, probably don't need to. I think we have enough fuel to do these fields, but might as well while we're here. Okay. I think we are good to go. We're fully repaired and fully topped up with fuel here, so I guess we'll start with the soybean field. It doesn't really matter which order we do them in. We'll just set up those lines with one headland there. And we will get to fertilizing. Yeah, it'll take a little bit longer than it would with the sprayer, but as you can see, it's still a pretty solid working width here. The sprayer is definitely wider, but it's not that much wider, all things considered. Although the sprayer does go faster as well, so the sprayer would definitely be faster overall, but this still shouldn't be too bad. So we'll just get these fields done, and hopefully we have enough fertilizer that we don't have to go top up again. But I mean, if we do, that fertilizer silo is just right there at the yard, so it shouldn't be too bad to do if we do need to do it. Okay, looks like we got all of that done. Soybean and grass fields are fully fertilized now, so we don't have to worry about those again for a little while. And I'm glad I used this extra hopper thing because, yeah, that allows us to do both of those fields without having to go back and top up. But we did get through, what, 3/4 of those two. So, yeah, without that front hopper, definitely would have had to go fill up in between fields there. I'm actually not sure if we would have even had enough to get through that soybean field, but yeah, this works pretty good. I'm actually pretty glad I didn't sell this thing now because I almost sold that front hopper when we sold our last seeder there, but I'm glad I decided to hang on to it because this makes a pretty good little fertilizing rig now. So we'll just drop that back off over there, get her back in the barn here, and yeah, what are we going to do now? So we are fully fertilized, everything except for this half of this olive field. But I still can't do that just because it hasn't advanced a grow state yet. So yeah, we're still waiting on that, which I'm thinking should probably be coming pretty soon here. Because yeah, it says it's got 9 grow states, but I mean, we've only got what, like 5 months left and it hasn't advanced any grow states at all. So I'm assuming like it must advance like 2 states per month as we get through these last few months here. So yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on it and hopefully we catch it in time to fertilize it. But I do want to buy another piece of land here, I think, but we don't quite have enough money to do it. So I'm probably going to do another product sale here, I guess. So I just kind of want to take a look at our prices and see. I think we're probably just going to sell all of our buffalo mozzarella. We do have 4 pallets of it out, so that is going to get us nearly 90 grand there. And yeah, looking through the list, most of that other stuff isn't really at a great price right now either. Our honey is actually decent, but I mean, we only have 1 pallet of that, so it's not really worth a whole bunch, but maybe we'll sell our lettuce as well. It's not too far off the max price. And we are starting to get a decent amount built up here, so we don't want to let that sit around forever, because otherwise it just becomes kind of a pain to load when you have to load like 30 pallets at once. But yeah, we have 16 pallets already. So yeah, I'm thinking we sell the lettuce, we'll sell the mozzarella, and then we'll probably head down to our woodlot and sell some of this other stuff, because yeah, we have long planks, prefab walls, and beams we can sell as well. So yeah, that should be plenty to be able to buy that piece of land I want to buy. So I guess I'll just bring the truck over here. And yeah, I guess we'll load up all of this lettuce. I guess I might as well grab that honey. It's at a decent price. But yeah, definitely it produces so slow that it's hardly worth it. I think the yield bonus to the crops is worth more than the actual honey itself. So we'll get the lettuce loaded up here and our 1 pallet of mozza from down here. I mean, I guess while I'm at it, I can throw the rest of this goat milk into the dairy as well. So we'll get the 1 pallet of mozza and the lettuce loaded up from down here, and then we'll have to make another trip, or a little trip down to the new dairies there to load up those last 2 pallets of mozza. And then maybe we will just grab that bread as well, even though it's not really at a great price. Just because, yeah, I don't really want to just leave it sitting out there for months, and it's going to be a few months before we really even get production going again. So yeah, maybe we'll load that bread up while we're there and get that sold as well. So we got a few things we can sell here, get a little bit more money in the bank. Okay, we got all that stuff loaded up here. Kind of realized while I was doing that we are going to have to figure out something to do for a loader down here. I mean, bringing the telehandler down works all right, I guess. I mean, it's not that far to that barn over there. Although I think the skid steer is still kind of my favorite loader, so I don't know. I might need to buy another skid steer for over here because it's a little bit too slow to kind of ferry it back and forth every time. So it'd be kind of nice to have its own or a dedicated skid steer loader at that lot there too. But yeah, they are like 70 grand, so I don't know. Might just have to use that telehandler for now. It's not too bad as far as loading goes. I was kind of making it a little bit harder on myself doing it in first person there, but yeah, I think we're just going to sell all this stuff at the farmer's market here, so get that all sold, and yeah, that is a pretty good little payday there. Not too bad, so got a little bit more money in the bank again. But anyway, we do have enough money now that we can buy the piece of land that I was looking at. I think I am going to buy this one right here. So let's visit this one quickly. Just because this one was just freshly planted here. It's another soybean field. As you can see, it's 100% fertilized, which is pretty good, although it does have some weeds here as well. So yeah, I do want to buy this field anyway, because this is our poplar field over here. And there is a creek that runs through this piece of land. It is this whole section over here. But there is a creek here, so that kind of makes it a pain to use this stuff over here. But I was thinking this would be a really good spot to put another wood chip storage shed to be able to store our poplar wood chips once we harvest those again. Because yeah, one of the biggest pains of doing it last time was having to ferry those wood chips all the way from this lot all the way down to our wood chip shed over on our wood lot over here. So I think, yeah, just having another wood chip shed right beside here is going to make that a lot faster. So I think we are going to buy this land to do it, and then we can use this little piece of cropland over here for growing various things, and then put a shed over here. Potentially could put like sheep or some other animals over on the rest of this lot or something too, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that yet. The only thing I really know I want to put over here is the wood chip shed. But yeah, this field does have soybeans. But yeah, I think this is the last month to weed it if we were going to do that. So I think we are going to do that. We'll buy this field right now. So yeah, field 44 is now ours. And then yeah, I think we will jump over to one of our tractors here. Actually, let's use this blue Valtra again. And we will just run over here and grab the hoe. Yeah, we'll grab this guy. We actually haven't had to use this in quite a while, I don't think, because of the other seeder was being kind of glitchy, and for whatever reason, the weeds weren't growing after we planted with that one. So yeah, I think it's been since the last year's soybean field planting was the last time we used it, I believe. So yeah, I think we will get this guy unfolded. And this field shouldn't take very long at all. For smaller fields like this, it almost makes more sense to use the hoe anyway, I think. Just because it is pretty quick, it just doesn't have the best working width. But I mean, obviously the sprayer is quite a bit faster. But the other disadvantage with the sprayer is that you do have to use the herbicide. So it does cost a little bit more. Whereas with the hoe, the only cost is really the fuel and I guess the maintenance on the tractor. Yeah, on smaller fields like this, it probably makes more sense to just do it with the hoe because it doesn't take that long anyway. And then, yeah, you save on that herbicide cost. Yeah, this field should be all good to go now. Get us a little bit of extra soybeans. It's a pretty tiny field compared to our other soybean field, but it's better than nothing. And it will give us a nice convenient spot to put a wood chip shed. So I'll just head back over here. I'm going to drop off our hoe again. Put that there, and then what are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna go down to the woodlot probably. So I'll leave this tractor here and let's jump into old gold. So yeah, I'm just gonna run down to the woodlot and we'll check on things. Actually, you know what I probably should do instead? Okay, I'll just leave this here for now. Change my mind here. I'm gonna jump into the truck. And we're going to leave this trailer here because, yeah, I think we could put a little bit more wood into our sawmill over there, but we do still have, I just remembered, that other trailer of wood that we filled up from our little, like our new dairy lot there. Oh my god. Oh, the curves in this game. Yeah, what was I saying there? Yeah, we do still have that trailer over here that's full of wood. From when I cleaned up that other lot there. So I think if we have some space in our sawmill, we should just be able to put all this wood in here. I don't know how much it's actually going to amount to, but we might as well get this trailer cleared out if we can. Because, I mean, we technically are storing it on somebody else's land right now, so yeah, we'll get hooked up to this and get these trees out of here. Okay, all of that got accepted in there. Perfect. So let's see how much room we have left. 86,000, so we could put another couple trees in there. Maybe we will do that. And then we still have quite a few wood products we can sell if we need a little bit more money. So I guess, what are we going to do with this wood trailer? I don't know. We don't really use this thing very often, but I mean, as you saw, it does come in handy every once in a while. But this can probably just stay here for now. And now I think we will jump over to the old gold Vultra. And we'll bring this guy down to the woodlot too and grab our winch. And maybe drag a couple more oaks down. Okay, I don't think I'm going to bother with that other winch at the moment. Just because you don't really need it. I mean, the only thing we'd use it for is to kind of pick up those other branches. But I'm not too worried about those ones, honestly, because they are such a small amount. I mean, they're only worth a couple 100 liters, all these small branches here, so... where are we going here? Yeah, there's a tree sitting there that I've already cut down, apparently, so... I think we will start with this guy. Can I attach to him? No, too heavy. So we've got to cut off a little bit of wood here. This is probably going to be enough if I take this branch off right here. Probably more than enough, actually. What's our weight at? 8.5. So yeah, that should be good. Should be perfect. Grab that winch cable. Throw that on there. All right. And hopefully we can get it out of here. So let's try sucking that winch in. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Might be a little bit caught on that stump. Oh, I think we kind of got it off of there. It's still getting kind of caught up with the branches, but I think we've almost got it. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think we got her now. Got her out of there. That is one nice thing with having the Vultra versus that old Felix. Or I guess it wasn't old, but that Felix tractor thing. Yeah, like even if we could use it and it was almost faster, like just on like a straight pull, I don't think it had nearly the like the pulling power to be able to just like drag it out of the branches and stuff like that. I think this Vultra does that kind of stuff a lot easier. So that should have been about 20,000. So I think we can probably fit one more in there, or maybe two. I can't remember now how much we had in there. But I will get this guy cut down as well. I guess the other thing a couple people mentioned is that I could just try cutting these up a little bit higher, because I have been kind of cutting as low as I can to the ground. But I mean, I could try, maybe we will try that. I'll try cutting it up a little bit higher and then see if that gets me under the weight limit, because these full-grown oaks are just slightly too heavy for this winch weight capacity. The only downside to cutting them like this is that the stumps are going to be a little bit higher, which means it's going to be easier for the other oaks to get caught on them as we're cutting more trees and dragging those trees down there. So they might become a bit of a pain. But I guess we can try it and we'll kind of see how it goes here. I guess the other option though was that I could just come along with the grinder and mulch up those stumps a little more frequently. But how did that work out? Okay, so it's still 8.7, so even cutting it up a little bit higher didn't save a whole lot of volume there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave stumps that are too much bigger than those ones that, or that one that I just left there. So yeah, we'll see how hard it is to drag this up over that stump because, I mean, I guess it's not that much higher than this one. I could go a little bit higher, but yeah, I don't think I would want to go a ton higher than that or else they are going to start to get in the way. So let's see if we can just winch it in. Yeah, if they get too stuck, then they just end up pulling the tractor. So we might have to do some pretty good wheelies here. But usually if you kind of bang into it a couple times, we'll try to go this way. Yeah, that one is pretty caught in there right now. I might have to cut down some other trees just to get this one out of there. Yeah, I think we might have to. Okay, so where is this one caught on? I think it's mostly caught on this guy, so yeah, I guess I'll cut this one down too. Okay, so that is disconnected now. Get back to our tractor and see if that made a difference. Okay, we're dragging the one. Is that other one going to come? It's trying. It definitely feels like a lot of weight on there though. Now we might need to get a front weight or something because our front wheels are not really touching the ground. She's a little bit heavy. Can we... Like we can kind of lower that winch too. Maybe we get a little bit better angle for towing there. Oh, did we lose our one tree? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's why it went faster, because one of the trees got untangled there, so... Actually, let's see. I was going to say we could drag that other one down here too, but if it's full, I don't think I want to at the moment. Yeah, it won't have enough room, because then it just kind of gets in the way of like our shed and everything as well, so I think we'll just leave it up there for now. That should be good enough. And then I guess while we're here, let's grab our little trailer here. I'll fire up the forklift to use for that. Not that we really have to, but I mean we can just leave the winch on the Valtra, I guess, and move this trailer around with our forklift. And we'll just pick up these wood chips and get those into our shed as well. Not that we really need to, but I mean, we're going to have to do it before the next time we go to move product out of here anyway, so might as well get her done. So yeah, there we go. Another 10,000 liters of wood chips that we can get into our shed here. We'll just unhook that again and leave that there. And then I wonder... should we do another product sale? We don't really need the money at the moment. I'm kind of wondering if we should just kind of let this stuff build up for a little bit. And then we can do a big sale in a while. Because yeah, I don't know if there's any other... or anything else that I like urgently want to buy. That we couldn't wait for, but... I mean, maybe I'll have a quick look through the different properties around here, because... if there is any other fields that have been like freshly planted or something that will kind of save us that work, it might be worth it. So we got corn over here. So like something like that might be an option. I do want to buy this field eventually, but I mean, this one is pretty expensive, and it's got a lot of non-field area over here. But I was thinking about getting this one because it'd be nice to, or it would give us a good space to put like other wood productions down here, like a carpentry place or like the Cooper or whatever else. Kind of same thing over here. I do really want to buy this piece of land too, but I mean, that's pretty expensive, and kind of same thing. It's got all this extra area. I don't think we'd have enough wood products, even if we sold everything to be able to buy either one of those ones. And those are kind of the main ones I was looking at. What is this one right now? Okay, this is oats, and oh, it's got partial weeds, but it's like the third grow state, so I don't think we could even hoe it at this point. I think we would just destroy it. Or like, I think the hoe only works on the first couple grow stages, so we would have to spray it, so we wouldn't get full yield bonus out of this one. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, we already have a pretty big oat field as well, so So I'm going to grab this truck. We'll drop this trailer off here. I'm going to head back to the yard and grab that flatbed. And yeah, I think we are going to do one more sale of wood products here. I think once we get all this stuff sold, I'm probably going to go buy Walter's land there. We'll finally buy that little piece of land. Just because, yeah, I don't think we have enough product to be able to buy any of the other big pieces of land that I want to get. And I mean, that is kind of the last little piece that is close to our main yard there that I want to get. So yeah, why not? Might as well do that. So yeah, I guess I'll get this stuff loaded up and then we'll go do a quick sale again. Okay, got all that wood loaded up. This is a pretty decent load. I mean, I'd say that's about almost perfect. I mean, we could fit maybe a few more things on there, especially kind of down this side. But yeah, I wouldn't want to go too much bigger than that. Some of the loads we've had before were a little bit ridiculous. This is kind of more of a reasonable sized one. Although I kind of didn't stack them the best. What is going on here? Feels like I'm drifting or something. I don't know. The steering feels really weird, but I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I don't know if it's because these are so off-centered. Maybe my trailer is kind of leaning to one side or something, but I don't know. It definitely feels weird, but yeah, I could definitely have centered some of those a little bit more. I've kind of got a wide load thing going on right now, but overall this is a much more reasonable load than a lot of the ones we've had in the past. But yeah, we're just taking all this stuff down to the farmer's market again, so we'll just do a quick drive through here. And another 141,000, so yeah, pretty darn good. So I'll just head back to the yard here again, and then yeah, I think we're going to go over and buy Walter's piece of land there with his house. So yeah, we'll jump over here and take a quick look. So yeah, that's Walter's house down there. So yeah, let's just buy this thing. 145, that's not a bad price, so yeah, we'll get that. And yeah, this land is a pretty good value because yeah, you can see if we come down here for 145, like you get the house, you get this chicken coop. I'm not quite sure how many you can fit in here. Oh, only 20. So yeah, it's not really a big coop at all, but it is something. And then there is a shed over here as well. I don't even know if this is, if you can put anything in here, if this is just decorative. Like I don't even see a door. Oh, there we go. Can we open this? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so you could store stuff in here, although I don't know how useful that would be with like the beams and everything in there. Pretty limited use for equipment, I think, but I'm probably going to just end up selling that as well as the chicken coop. But yeah, I mean, it does include those two things, and it includes the house, and it includes the silo over here. So We have a little bit of extra storage there. I'm not quite sure why this one is so cheap compared to the other homesteads. I don't know if it's just because this is like the default starting homestead on this map. If you go with that option when you start the game, because yeah, this one is only 145, but like if you go up to this other homestead piece, this one's like 900,000. There is another homestead lot down here. This one's 800,000. So, and I mean, these ones come with like the same stuff, like I think a house, a shed, and a chicken coop, and then like a little field. So they're very comparable, like in terms of size and what you get out of them. But yeah, for whatever reason, like these ones are 8 and 900,000, and this one's only 145. So, yeah, they're definitely giving you like some kind of discount or whatever, just because it's Walter's house, because it's your grandpa's or something like that. Maybe he's just giving you a good deal on the sale because he's your grandpa, but who knows? But yeah, we do have a little bit of extra oats as well. But yeah, we are past the grow stage where we can use the hoe. So I think we will use the sprayer on this one just to get rid of those weeds. It will hurt our yield a little bit, but not too bad at the end of the day, because we didn't have to put any money into planting or anything or fertilizing this field. So we're kind of still ahead that way. So even if we don't get perfect yield out of it, it won't be a big deal. But yeah, we have this house over here as well now, so we can technically sleep in this one and change our clothes. This is our house now that we can use how we like it, but I think I will just let Walter live in this one for now. He can keep living in his house because we have our own down here. I think I like my little A-frame cabin, so I'll just continue to live in there, and we'll let Walter live in here. But I mean, he can basically retire now since we bought up all the land around him and bought his house and everything. So yeah, I think he is good to go. We'll just leave him be over here. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with this little piece of land yet either. It's not a huge field over there or anything, but I mean, we could plow it a little bit bigger. Like if we sold this other stuff and got rid of some of these trees, we could expand it quite a bit. I mean, there is quite a bit of extra space over on this edge as well, like all this extra meadow. Yeah, definitely have some space to do some other stuff. I just kind of got to think about what exactly I want to do next here. So, but yeah, we have a lot of other options that we could do as well. So maybe let me know down in the comments there what you guys think would be good options to do, or any other productions or animals that you guys really want to see. Can kind of let me know what you think I should do next. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here. But yeah, we got quite a bit accomplished today, and there's not a whole lot else we can do this month. Yeah, I might go just do some tidying up here off camera, but other than that, I think that's going to do it for this episode. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next one.